Aries meets Antares, and hold your pinky over the moon.
Hey there, stargazers. I'm Marlene Hidalgo from Miami, Florida.
And I'm James Alberry from Gainesville, Florida.
And I'm Dean Regas from Cincinnati, Ohio. Next week, one of my favorite sky goodies will happen when the red planet Mars meets its rival, the red star Antares, which will give us all the opportunity to see with our own eyes why our ancient ancestors considered Antares to be Mars's equal and rival.
You see, the ancient Romans named the planet Mars for their mythical god of war, but they called the star Antares Marte Comparatur, which means comparable or the equivalent of Mars.
The ancient Greeks, however, called the planet Mars Ares after their god of war. Thus, the star's name was Antares, and we still use it today. Antares literally means anti, opposed to, or rivaling Mars. And frankly, I much prefer the Greek name Antares to the Roman Marte Comparatur.
So, let's show you how to find and compare Mars with its wonderful rival. Okay, we've got our skies set up for Monday, October 22nd, just after sunset facing southwest, where you'll see the giant fishhook-shaped group of stars we call the Scorpion. And right where the heart of the Scorpion should be is a very bright red star that we call Antares.
But right now, Antares has a visitor because just above it is the red planet Mars, less than 4 degrees away. 4 degrees is equivalent to about 8 full moons lined up side by side. Now, whenever Mars came close to Scorpion's heart in the past, about every 2 years, our ancestors couldn't help but notice that the heart star was almost identical in brightness and in color to Mars, kind of a reddish ruby orange gold. And eventually the Greek name for the red star became the official name Antares, the rival of Mars.
Now, although our ancestors thought Mars was a much more important object than Antares, so important that they named it after their god of war because of its bloody red color, today we know that Antares is far more significant. You see, Mars is nothing more than a nearby, very tiny 4,000-mile wide planet, only half the size of our Earth. But Antares is a very distant and very big star, 600 million miles wide, which means that we could line 143,000 Marses side by side across Antares' middle. The rival of Mars? I don't think so. Maybe in color only.
Mars isn't even as bright as Antares this go-around. Sometimes it can match Antares and occasionally far surpass it, but not this time. In fact, Mars and its rival will not be this close again until September of the year 2014. At any rate, you can watch Mars move away from Antares the next week or so until Antares will be lost in the glare of the setting sun.
Mars will remain visible in the evening sky for the rest of the year and will rapidly leave the Scorpion behind. Halloween is coming up soon, and one of the recurring Halloween myths has to do with the full moon on Halloween. How many Halloween illustrations have you seen with a witch flying across the full moon? Loads of them, I'll bet. But like most things that everybody knows, they're not necessarily so.
Halloween and the full moon are not linked. In fact, the next Halloween with a full moon won't happen until 2020. Another recurring moon myth is that the full moon is always a huge, enormous, bright ball in the sky. Bright it may be, but big it is not.
We want you to give this moon myth the famous Alberry, Hidalgo, Regas Pinkie test. Hold your favorite pinky, left or right, makes no difference, out at arm's length and place it over the full moon in the sky. And look at it with your favorite eye. Only one eye and only one pinky, please.
What do you think will happen? Will your pinky be dwarfed by the humongous moon? Some of you stargazers know the answer, but let everybody find out on their own. There's a great full moon coming up on October 28th, a few days before Halloween. Give it a try and let us know what you find out.
So get out next Monday to see Mars and Antares for yourself. And put your pinky over the moon, and remember to wink in memory of Neil Armstrong. Keep looking up.